walking towards Sunrise direction here east on Walnut Street. There's a big gigantic radio tower, red and white, I believe, on top of the Claridge at Rittenhouse, which is right at the northeast corner of Rittenhouse Square. It's actually somewhat affordable. They usually have a studio or two available for $900, which is a steal for that location. Although it's a large building and you never know if there's a price to pay for lower rent. So we'll leave it at that. But on the radio tower, there's like a black netting draped all over the tower. And I'm wondering why they draped it with a black netting. And is it symbolic of anything? I don't know. There's the old Apple store. To the left is past. South Philly Bakery. They're always out super early in the morning. Imperial Dade reminds me of Imperial Dale, a friend of mine, Dale. Every time I see it, I think of him. So, Amorosa's, or is it Aversa's? Anyway, there's two bakery companies, I guess. That might be Aversa. We have Amoroso's, but do you remember in the Donald Trump reality show, like You're Fired or whatever, whatever it is? I forget, or Apprentice, whatever. And there was a woman on there who was like the mean queen, and she went by the name Amorosa or similar. And I was like, isn't that a bakery company, a bread company? So anyway, I wondered how she wound up. It smells good down here. Levan cookie. Levan is in between all these workout places. Third Ripped, Philly. So you want to work out, and then you probably don't want to get a cookie after that, after a workout, but the sugar. But I could smell those cookies. Wow, super early in the morning. They open at 7, and it's close. It's right around 7-ish as I walk here this morning. They smell good. They have a Christmas cookie taste, Levan. Just so you know, like, it's more than just a chocolate chip or whatever cookie. It's got a little bit of a Christmas like shortbread or whatever that is. Like Christmas cookies when you used to pump them out of those, the pump things. Just like, right, Christmas sugar cookie, I guess. Shortbread-ish. It's however they make the dough, it's in that realm-ish, blended with the chocolate chip recipe. String of overnights for 2 weeks, like just over 2 weeks, 15 nights, 16 days per se, and that ended on Tuesday night. Was the last night. So this is the first morning that I wake up and, you know, I'm back in my own apartment. So and typically when I go overnights, I wake up super early. I run home, take a shower, and then do a second morning walk for the dogs. But we are on normal schedule this morning, so, and looking for work again. Flight Club instead of, yes! Oh, Flight Club instead of Fight Club, right. Elevated Eats, right. Social Darts, right, brunch. So I might have misread it as Fight Club once or twice. I'm trying to remember if I thought it was Fight Club, just because Philly is sort of fighty, you know what I mean? And there was a movie called Fight Club years ago, and in fact, Delaware, where I grew up, Newcastle, Delaware. I grew up in Newark, Delaware, but Newcastle County is also the name of the county, Newcastle. There is a Newcastle town in Delaware, but Fight Club was partially based in Newcastle, Delaware. Big airplane that just went that way, glistening sun on its belly. So when I saw that, I thought of Fight Club first. It has the guy Norton, is it Rob Norton? Not Tim Norton. One of the Nortons. Or, you know, I always see the virus thing on you know, the laptop, that's a Norton, but he has the same last name. He also played with Ben Stiller in the movie with the rabbi and the Catholic priest. I forget what this is going way back, you know, ages ago. So anyway, so when I saw Flight Club, I might have misread it or saw it as Fight Club, the movie, which I happened to like only from the perspective of the message that was sent in the movie. They have soap making in there. They have, it's really, you know, the man against machine, or the major corporations, if you will. And having worked for MBNA credit card company for, you know, quite a few years on and off, because I was a work study in high school and then I went back during college or after college. Having done that, you know, and not really fitting into the corporate mindset and the way that, you know, people make money out there, businesses, I identified with the movie, you know. So, in fact, they were going to use one of the MBNA, which stands for Maryland Bank North America, even though they found their home in Delaware. Delaware was able to serve them better from a corporate business harbor standpoint, you know. And they were going to use MBNA, but the legalities were too much, so they decided not to use a building from MBNA Bank. But you could see, like, in the background, part of the movie is like watching corporate America disintegrate into a, you know, ball of flames and stuff like that. So Skyrider, or I say Skyrider, it's really whatever they call it. I call it a chemtrail, but it's the white line behind the airplane when it goes behind, so in this case behind the outhouse, which is a really huge high rise that is new-ish. It's hard to tell how many people actually live there. So I see some furniture, but to me it seems empty-ish. So really never completely recovered after the pandemic. Wilma Theater, which is in a video from yesterday. At night, that's like the best, makes for the best image, thumbnail, cover image, whatever you want to call it, for a video, because it's all lit up and it looks interesting. So, right, it smells like got an aroma of, you know how sometimes you get a tomato pie, and there's a little bit of a stingy aroma attached to it. That's what I picked up on there as we passed, whatever that's called, Bach Place. So, and a loch bar, which is, loch is a Scottish word for a body of water. And we always hear of the Loch Ness Monster.